Hey stone fabricators, it's Don Duran with NSI Solutions. Today we have something a little bit different for you. We've been talking to some of our friends out there in the fabrication world about getting some video. We did this twice with a gentleman named Jesse Germick, who's a local fabricator, and he has some undermount sink vanities that he needs to grind. Jesse's a longtime NSI Solutions customer. He's got like one of the first 100 seam phantoms. He's got one of the first sink bowls. He uses our SL3 adapters, our hook and loop backers, our floating turbos, and our twist shims. So we've known Jesse for a long time. A couple things you'll notice right off is Jesse works outside, which is a perfect illustration of you don't need much to use a sink bowl. Garden hose and a 110 power and some templates and a sturdy bench. You can do this in the driveway, you can do this in a nice shop. Jesse's even taken one up to Alaska, run it off a generator using a 12-volt water pump hooked to a truck battery. This is the exact kit we took to Jesse's. Like I said, he's got an older sink bowl that he uses all the time, but we brought him a nice clean one for the video. This is the model we currently sell. It comes with a 3-inch rapid Z cut, 3-inch coarse drum, and 3-inch fine drum. This is all he needed for the oval vanities, but for the rectangle, first he grinds it with a 3-inch, and then we also sell separately 1-inch drums, and then he'll go around and clean the corners out with the 1-inch, and this is a coarse and fine. So we have plenty of other videos on how the Rapid Z system works, but you can see they're all the same height, so you don't have to adjust the height on the sink bowl when you're using that system. Both days he had dropped the center of the cutout before we got there. People ask, why don't you use a finger bit to do this? And the reason is just, it takes too long. There are plenty of systems out there that use a finger bit, but if you think about it, you got the whole diameter of the finger bit and you're trying to plow that stone out all the way around. What Jesse's used and what we've always used is just a saw. For the vanities, use a small skill saw with a cupped blade. We keep one of those skill saws with a straight blade, one with a cupped blade. That blade is just removing like an 1/8 of an inch kerf all the way around, and it's much faster. We have another video called 11-minute sink grind. It's an old video. If you want to see one of our fabricators do a really nice clean job with the skill saw with the cupped blade, we'll put a link to that video below. Let's run out to Jesse's and get some real world footage of a sink bowl. Hey, so we're back from Jesse's place. You can see how simple it is for him to make a perfect undermount sink cutout. Your newest fabricator should be doing your undermount sink cutouts. We run into people at trade shows. We say, how do you do your undermount sinks? A lot of the small shops will go, I got a guy. And that's great. If you got some good fabricators, that's awesome. But it's usually one guy who does all of them. In our shop, the least experienced guy was doing all our undermount sink cutouts. For a while, we had a young guy come in from college to clean up for us in the afternoons, and they would just have vanities and kitchens set up for him just to sit and grind. He knew nothing about stone. I even had one couple approach me at a trade show, and the wife got online and bought herself a sink bowl and was doing all of their undermount sink cutouts for the shop. So, pros and cons of the sink bowl. Literally, this tool took undermount sink cutouts from being one of the most challenging jobs in the shop to being our simplest job in the shop. Then, like, no dust, it eliminates dust. You got plenty of water, no dust. We all know the dangers of silica dust. No excess heat to damage the stone, and you always end up with perfectly square edges. It'll be super smooth and easy to polish. And then all of your cutouts from that template are going to turn out exactly like that template. So if you got side-by-side vanities, they're going to look exactly the same. There won't be any variation. The cons, what people call a con, they have to make templates. Yes, there's a little bit of an investment there to make templates, but they can be as simple as you saw Jesse's with 3/4 inch plywood. We used a lot of 5/8 inch plywood, and there's videos that also show you how to route a template from a sink if you have some weird shaped sink that you can't. There's plenty of videos online on how to make a template. Another option is to team up with a cabinet shop and templates that you're going to use all the time. Get them cut out of Corian. 1/2 inch Corian makes a great template. I'd like to thank Jesse for taking the time to let us get some video, and keep an eye on our social media and YouTube channel, NSI Tools. We've got a bunch of new stuff coming out. I think you'll be surprised what we've come up with.